What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again. Got a little unboxing for you today. I just got this one in. This is my first cold steel knife. This is the Holdout 3 fully serrated version, and yes, this is the older version in the AUS 8A steel, not the upgraded CTS XHP. So a little bit of background on why I bought this one. It is on sale at Knife Center for $26.95 right now, and I've been wanting a cold steel for a while, which is kind of crazy to say because everyone's seen their ridiculous testing videos. Some of them are informative, and other ones are just dumb. And everybody hates on cold steel because of it, but everyone knows their triad lock is super strong. And I just had to pick one up to see how I liked it, see what the hype was about, because, you know, I don't have anything like this one in my collection yet. So let's go over the box a little bit here. This is kind of interesting. The box looks like something you'd see at a knife store in the mall. Like, this is very mall ninja-esque. High performance knives, Holdout 3, got your triad lock, high performance knives written all over this thing. Their mission statements, just, it's kind of weird. Extremely sharp knife, handle with care at all times. Okay. So other than the box, I've already opened it up and took a look at it. What side did I open it from? Here we go. No paperwork or anything in there, I don't think. Nope. Just came in the bubble wrap, and as soon as I saw the knife, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit bigger than I thought. The Holdout 3 is the smallest of the Holdouts, but I was kind of looking at the dimensions, and I was like, oh, that might be a little too small. But I kind of liked it. When I open it up, I mean, it feels like it's writing on sandpaper. Cold steel knives aren't known for their smooth openings, but I opened it up and I was like, this is definitely unique. This is nothing like I have in my collection whatsoever. So I'm gonna give you guys the specs real quick and I'll talk through my initial impressions here. We have a blade length of 3 inches. Your handle length is going to be 3 7/8 inches. Overall length just under 7 at 6 7/8 inches. Your weight is 2.5 ounces, so a feather weight, and very capable at that weight. That's kind of why I was looking at this one. And blade seal AUS 8A, your handle material is G10, featuring the triad lock, the modified back lock there. So guys, I don't know exactly what knife this was styled after. You guys will probably know better than me. It was some sort of, I think, Scottish design or something like that. It was kind of like a boot knife that they traditionally carried, and I like the shape of it. It's almost a spear point, but it's mostly a drop point where this isn't fully symmetrical like a spear. But this one's on sale because it's an old model and it's fully serrated. So this is a tactical knife, I think, a quote-unquote one. The Holdout series and a lot of cold steel knives are meant to be self-defense oriented knives, and I think this knife can handle it, but it is a little small. So this blade shape here, I think it's usable for EDC, but with those full serrations, I don't know. I haven't used it at all. It's got a nice high polished satin finish on it. Cold Steel Taiwan written there, my fingerprint all over it. And then Holdout 3. I think it's a cool looking knife for sure, but as soon as I opened it up, I was like, I'm not in love with the action. The triad lock is extremely hard to disengage, but I know that's how a lot of them are when you first get them. Thumb stud deployment, just kind of quickly going over stuff. Kind of an off balance one, so you can flip it to the other side if you're a lefty. It's not hard to deploy. It's harder to disengage the lock. The deployment, you can kind of flick it out there like that, and the lock is getting a little bit softer as the day goes on. But overall, guys, I was impressed the most with the slimness. I mean, this thing's got to be under 0.4 inches. I'm not sure on that measurement, but it feels like that to me. It is insanely thin. This G10 is like nothing I've ever felt. It's incredibly grippy. I've always heard the notion that cold steel G10 is going to rip up your pockets, and I was like, man, none of the G10 I have is even close to doing that, and this will absolutely rip up your pocket. So I'm going to sand underneath the clip like most people do, and I don't know. I'm digging the knife for what I paid for it. It's unique, it's different and everything, but the ergonomics are kind of weird. It feels like you're holding on to a stick. You know, there's no contouring or anything. And I know that's part of the design. It's not a flaw. It's what they wanted to do. The jimping up top is weird because you have 5 jimps. I don't know. You have kind of 2 on the handle material and 3 on here. It's not really jimping, but it gives you a little bit of traction if you're going to use the knife kind of like this. Very sharp though, very sharp out of the box. I did a little cut test. So just black G10 with all satin hardware, satin backlock. Probably really easy to disassemble. I'm sure you got the holes running through it. Apparently that will aid in your grip. I don't know. Something I'm already thinking about doing, guys, is dremeling out some of this G10 to make this contour to my hand a little bit better, because as you can see, there's no steel liners in this or anything. That's why this thing only weighs 2.5 ounces, and I'd love to put my own little finger choil in right here, kind of widen out this area they gave you to access the thumb stud. Widen that out. I think it'd improve the grip a little bit. But this thing, I'm not worried about it coming out of my hand, but I'd like it to be a little bit more comfortable if I'm going to use it. Your pocket clip is insanely stiff. Might bend that out a tiny bit. Can't flip it to the other side. Finish, guys, is pretty good. Dead centering on the blade there. The lockup is insanely strong. There's no blade play. Really cool to see. And overall, guys, this just seems like a different kind of design to me. I'm not going to be a huge cold steel fan now, but if I start using this knife and I really like it, you know, maybe I'll get a Code 4 or something with aluminum handles, or maybe I'll get the Spartan because that thing's badass. I don't know. So I hope this unboxing of an old knife, this is all close construction too, almost forgot to mention, of this old knife, brought you a little bit of enjoyment and information. I just wanted to show it off because I got it in today and it was kind of new to the channel for me. Nothing from Cold Steel yet. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be putting out more reviews soon. Thanks.